things. I learned this from an old man many years ago. Days when you could still smoke indoors in California. That's how long ago it was. Because I remember he was smoking when he was telling me, and he said, only do this if you're really, really ready for some change. He said, if you're not ready for the change, that's okay. Just don't do it if you're not ready for the change, because things will definitely change. And he was not wrong, let's say. So I wanted to share with you that you can use any kind of candle. You can use tea candles, these types of candles, jar candles, votive candles, different types of candles. Intention is the most important thing. You're using these as tools. You have within you everything you need to bring about these changes in your space. This helps by bringing the focus in a more dynamic, a more straightforward, and pinpointed, intricately focused way to help you clear space, clean space, and cleanse, which would be deep cleaning of the space. But I'm just going over the basics of how we're working this. The white candles are representing the 5 elements as well as your 5 senses. The black candle in the middle, absorbing and transforming whatever negative energy. So all of the others are supporting that. If for whatever reason you can't find a black wax candle, perfectly okay. It's no problem. You can actually, because these are wax candle black, wax candle black. You can actually take, like say one of these guys, and all I did was just take a marker and just paint that black. You just want to differentiate the candle that's going to be in the middle from the others. Same thing with the jar candles. It's one thing to have a nice jar candle, but if you don't have it in black, you can actually take a candle and you can paint the outside, as long as it represents that and gives you that visual, and you're going to set that intention there. We're going to be talking about fixing candles. Now, a fixed candle is a candle that is specifically for one specific thing. That's what it's made for, that's what you are using it for, and nothing else. That's usually when you're doing things like this, you don't really reuse candles very much. Also, anointing a candle, with oil and infusing it with the energy that you want to be in there. And also, by doing it with your hands, you're also infusing it with some oils from your hands. You can use different sorts of herbal oils, essential oils. You want to mix that with a simple oil such as olive oil or coconut oil or something like that. Be sure when you're doing these things that everything is clean to begin with. To the best of your ability, you want to clean everything. Incense or frankincense, or, you can use Palo Santo, you can use sage, whatever smoke gives you a nice feeling that makes sense to you, you can use that. With your essential oils, you can use whatever you like. I'm going to be using lavender because the process that I want the feel of this to be is nice and simple and lovely and calm, but definitely clearing and cleansing. We're also going to be doing some inscribing. The inscribing on each candle, and that is exactly what it sounds like. You're going to actually inscribe notes, words, or actually marks as you do certain affirmations or petitions, if you will. You're making marks on the wax itself, or you could actually write on the container of the wax. You can actually carve on the wax. I mean, that's why you have your handy dandy, your spiritual helper, your multi-tool, because you can do anything with it. You can get really, really fancy if you like, or you can be very, very simple. That's all up to you. We're going to be, as I mentioned, we're going to be dressing the candle, we're going to be infusing the candle, energizing the candle. Each candle, with what each candle represents, you're going to be working with it that way. When you put them all together, what you're creating is this really strong, powerful vortex of a process. You're not throwing negative out. We're not necessarily banishing. We're not putting up walls and barriers. What we're doing is we're creating light. We're enhancing light, radiating light, and anything dark or negative that does not belong or serve us anymore simply moves on because it has no choice. So this black candle, even though it can be used for banishing and putting up walls, it can be used for all sorts of things. It's actually one of the most beautiful and powerful and awesome processing candles to absorb and move on and transform things. What we're doing here is we are transforming that energy, negative energy, into something that is useful or just dissipates into the ether. Sort of like when leaves fall off of a tree. They're not just thrown away, they go down to the earth and they become fertilizer. They are no longer serving a purpose that they had before. Same thing with a lot of negative things in ourselves and a lot of negative things in our space. So what I like to say to the people I work with, check your nouns. How your nouns doing in your space. And that means the people in your space, the places you choose to be, and the things. So your nouns, just check your nouns, see how your relationship with those things are. You're trying to find harmony. Being harmonious within those things is totally doable. This situation, as I said, you can use any kind of candles. You can bring about this change. I'm going to give a much more detailed description of how to go about this. Just email me at papawitch@gmail.com and I'll send it to you.